Good morning, friends. Welcome to the next session of tricks and shortcuts on percentage. It's a discussion exercise session. In this session, I will discuss 20 questions on percentage, and we try to solve the questions without spending too much time on them, just with the help of the options or with some shortcut techniques. Right? Let us start with the first problem of this session. Just read the question carefully. When we look at the problem, what is given that a shopkeeper employed a servant at a monthly salary of rupees 1500. In addition to it, he agreed to pay him a commission of 15% on the monthly sale. How much in rupees should the servant do if he wants his monthly income to be 6000? 1500 is fixed. How much he requires? 6000 means how much more he requires? 4500. And that 4500 is 15% of the sale. It means my sale must be 30,000. If my sale is 30,000, I can say 30,000, 15% is 4,500 and total is 66,000. Hence my answer is said to be 1, right? Let us take the second problem. Z equal to x square by y. X and y both are increased in value by 10%. Then what is the value of Z? We have to find the total change in Z, right? X and y both are increased by 10%. Okay. Here just check out. X increased by 10%, but you have x square, right? It means we can say that would be taken as 1.1 into 1.1, 1.1x into 1.1x. Similarly, when we talk about y, that would be 10% increase 1.1. This would be cancelled out. Finally, change in x is 1.1x. It means total increase is 10%. That's my answer, right? But I can say that portion increases by 10% and 10% and divided by 10%. So I can say 1.1x into 1.1x divided by 1.1y, right? So finally I can say my z would be taken as 1.1z, right? Initially it was z, now it is 1.1z. Hence I can say increase by 10%, right? Or you can take one shortcut method here, or you just take for some other problems. Earlier I told you, when two numbers are multiplied, for finding the total percentage change a plus b plus ab by 100, right? If they are divided, suppose if I say that would be x square and divided by y, right? Now if that 10%, so I may just go by this, that is 21%, and divided, that is 10% means that is 10% means 1.1, right? So finally when you compare, you can say answer is said to be 10%. Let us take the next problem here. A student got 60% average marks in 5 compulsory subjects. He got equal marks in each of the 2 optional subjects, right? So let us say 5 subjects are there, 500. Marks got by the student is 300. In further 2 subjects, he got equal marks. Now total marks are 700 and he got equal marks. So let us say marks are x and x, 2x. Right? And now his average is decreased by 4%. Right? That means now out of 700, he gets his average to be 56%. Or I can say my marks are equal to 392, that are same. So I may say 2x equal to 46, 92, or x equal to 46, right? It means out of 100, his marks are 46%. That's your answer. What the statement talks about, a student got 60% average marks in 5 subjects. So let us say in 5 subjects total are 600 and he got 50%, it means 300, right? Now 2 more subjects are there. And he got equal marks, it means x and x, 2x. Now we can say that now total marks are 700 and his percentage marks decreased by 4%, right? That means that is 392. Just compare it and find out x. Your answer is said to be A, 46%. The next problem here is, it is given that a test paper consists of 5 questions. 5% of students took the test, solved all questions. Right, 5 questions, 5%, 0 question, 5%, of remaining student, 25% solved only 1 question, right? Now here the term is of remaining, okay, so what I can say, that is a 90 up to here. Now out of 100, 5 and 5 have been left, now we are being left with 90%. Out of 90%, 25% solved only 1, it means that is 22.5. Right, and 20% sold only 4, that is 18% of 19, 20%, 18. While 24, 1 by 2% of the total students sold only 2 questions. That is of the total student. It means we can say that is 24.5. they solved only 2 questions and they solved 4 questions, right? Now, if the number of students who solved the 3 questions is 200, it means just subtract this total sum out of 100. 5 plus 5, 10 plus 18, 28. When we add them, so we can say that value is said to be 47, right? So I may say 28 plus 47, that is said to be 75, right? It means 25% of the student is equal to 200, right? So here I can say my total students are said to be 800, that's my answer, right? What we have done here, just pay attention here. So we have just taken that, let us say total are 100, okay? The student who attempted all the 5 questions, that is 5%, 5% हो गया. फिर वो स्टूडेंट जिन्होंने कोई भी क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट नहीं किया, 0 number of questions, that is also 5. Here important term is of the remaining, means out of 100, if 10 is subtracted, I am being left with 90. 5% solved only 1, that is 22.5. 20% solved 4 questions, 18, right? And after that 24.5% of the total student, means out of 100, 24.5. I have taken that. Now I can say my total are 100 and they have sold 1, 2, 4, 5 and 0. What is left? 25%, right? So I can say 25% of the total student is 200. I can find my answer. My answer is said to be C, 800. Let us take the next problem here. It is given that the price of an article was increased by R%, later new price was decreased by R%, right? First of all, I can say what is my change? R plus R minus R into R by 100. So I can say that decreases by R square by 100%. That I can say. Okay. Now, if the latest price was X, what was the original? So let us say original price was X, it was decreased by that percent. I may say 100 minus R square by 100 upon 100. And now this is equal to 1. I have to find out X. So what I can say, that would be LCM taken. So you can say and cross multiply to 100 by. You may take it as 100 square and here you may take it as 100 square minus R square, right? That's my answer. So when I compare it my options, I can say my answer is said to be A. The latest price was equal to 10,000 divided by 10,000 minus R square. A very simple problem. If you know this concept A plus B plus AB by 100, it could be easily solved. The next question here is, an empty fuel tank of car was filled with an A type petrol. When tank was half emptied, it was filled with B type. Again, when the tank was half emptied, it was filled by A type. When the tank was half emptied again, it was filled with B type, right? What is the percentage of A type petrol at the present in the tank? Let us say there are two fuels A and B and initially capacity was 100, right? First किससे fill करना है? A से 100 fill कर दिया. उसके बाद जब तक हाफ हो जाएगा तो A कितना हो गया? 50. Now it was filled with B. तो B का कितना fill किया आपने? 50. Right. Again when the tank was half empty, 25 ये हो गया, 25 ये हो गया. It was filled with A type. कितना fill किया? A 50. अब A कितना हो गया? 75. B कितना हो गया? 25. When the tank was half empty again, तो A कितना हुआ? 37.5 half हो गया. B कितना हो गया? 12.5. Right. Now it was filled with B. B fill किया, कितना fill किया? 50. You take it as 62.5. And A was 37.5, right? What is the question? What is the percentage of A type petrol in the tank in the present? So out of 100 we can say A is 37.5. तो मेरा आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? C, 37.5%. That becomes my answer. I hope the idea is clear. Let us take the next problem here. Just try to read it. Number of students speaking English and Hindi are in the ratio 4:5. If the number of students speaking in English increased by 35% and speaking Hindi increased by 20%, what will be the new respective ratio? Right? Very simple problem. Let us say students are 40 and 50. Number of students speaking English 35%. So we can say 35% of 40 is equal to 14. So I may say that becomes 54. Right? And Hindi 20%, that would be 60. So my answer is said to be 6, 9 ratio 10. Right, so here I can say answer is said to be 5. 5 becomes my answer. I hope it's clear. A very simple problem. 54 and it becomes equal to 60. So I can say that answer is 9 ratio 10. Hence I can say none of these is my answer. Let us take the next problem here. The population of a town was 8500, first increased by 20%, then by another 25%. So what is the population after 2 years? Because numbers are simple, 20 and 25. When 20% increase, it means 120 by 100, you make it as 6 by 5. 125% increase, 125 by 100, you may take it as 5 by 4. Okay, now 5 will be cancelled out, 2, 2, 2, 3, and just cancel out by 2. 2, 4, 2, 5, 0, multiply by 3, 0, 15, 5, carry 1, 6, 1, 7 and 12, right? The answer is 12750, second is my answer. So try to do the calculations, only the right, what value you have to write, easy ho jayega question karna. Take the next problem here. When 50% of one number is added to a second number, the second number increases to its fourth third, right? What is the ratio between the first number and the second number? Take the options. 50% of a number means 1.5 added to the second number, that becomes 3.5, right? Now check out whether it is fourth third of that. No, right? Then 3, 50% means 1.5, that becomes 5.5. So 4 into 4 third, that is 5.5. No, take third option. 2, 50% is 1, I may add there 3 plus 1, 4. Now 3 into 4 third, I am getting 4, third is my answer, right? Very easy for us. For these type of questions, take the help of option. When I take my option, I can say answer is said to be third, right? Or if I go by another way, so what I can say, let us say first number was 100, 50% increase, that is 50. Second number was x, so we can say when it increased by 50, so we can say x plus 50, right? That is equal to 4 by 3 of x. Okay, from where I can find out x, so you may say 3x plus 150 equal to 4x, or I may say x equal to 150. My initially number was 100, the second number was 150. So what is the ratio? 2 ratio 3, right? Or it's better to go with option, so you can say 3 is your answer. Next problem is 2/5 of 1/4 of 8/5 of a number is 6. Let us say number is x. 2/5 of 1/4 of 5/8 of a number is equal to 6. Cancelled out, 2 will go on 2. So I may say x is equal to 96. What is the 50% of the number? 48, right? Hence I can say answer to my question is fourth one, 48. 48 becomes my answer. Very easy problem. Next statement, Pradeep spends 40% of his monthly income on food item, 50% on remaining on convenience. He saves 1/3 of the remaining amount after spending on food and clothes and convenience. He saves 19200 every year. What is his monthly income? So let us say monthly income is x. 40% is spent, how much is left? 60%. 50% is spent, how much left is 50%, right? He saves 1/3 of the remaining, that is the remaining income. He saves 1/3 of that. 1/3 he saves, right? This is annual income, we have to find monthly, right? So just divide by 12, you will say 12, 1, 6. So his monthly saving is 1600. Okay, I have to just find out x here. 50 will go on 2, 2 and 3 it will go on 10, it would be 0. So I can say x equal to 16,000, right? So we can say that the monthly income of the person was equal to 16,000. Third is my answer. Here you have to take care of that, because here this is the annual income, annual salary, annual savings, and he is concerned with the monthly income. So we just take first monthly savings, then we will answer it. Let us take the next problem here. When 30% of a number is added to another number, the second number increases by 20%. 30% of a number 0.9, whether it is to 20% of the number, no. 30% of the number 0.6, 20% 0.6, both are same. Second is my answer. I hope idea is clear, right? Because 30% of a number is added to the 20% of second number, so that would be possible only in the second case. So I can say 2 is my answer. The ratio of A's and B's salary is 9:4. A's salary increased by 15%. Then his total salary become 5175. What is the salary of B? Let us say A's salary is 9x, increased by 15%, you may say 115 by 100, and it becomes 5175, right? I will just solve it. I just try to check out whether 9 can be cancelled it or not. Yes, 9 can cancel it out. So 9, 5, 45, right? I'm getting 67, 9, 7 and 5, right? Now just try to cancel and it will go on 5. So I can say X equal to 500. Okay. Now A salary is 4500 and accordingly B salary would be 2000. So I can say in the answer I have to find the salary of B. My answer is first one, rupees 2000. The growth in production of A from 94 to 95 was 25% and from 95 to 96 was 60%. We have to find the percentage growth from 94 to 96. Apply successive percentage 25 plus 60 plus 25 into 60 by 100, right? So we can say that is 85 plus 15, 100. So I can say overall percentage change is equal to 100%. Fourth is my answer, right? That's a simple application of the concept of successive percentage change, right? Let us take the next problem here. It is given that 2/3 of 3/5 of 1/8 of a certain number is this one. So what is the 30% of the number? Let us say number is X. 2/3 of 3/5 of 1/8 of the number is 268.5, right? This is cancelled out 4. I may say X equal to 2685 by 10 into 20. I have to find the 30% of the number. So what I can say, this would be cancelled out. 30% means I have to multiply it by 30 by 100 or 0.3, right? So just solve it. Just multiply this number by 6, right? That would be 0.6. Multiply that number by 0.6, right? 6, 5, 30, 0, carry 3, 48 and 3. 51, 1, carry 5, 36 and 5, 41, 1, carry 4, 12 or 4, 16, right? My answer is said to be 1611.0. First is my answer. Take the next problem here. In a certain year, the population of a city was 9,000. If in the next year population of male increases by 5% and female by 8%, total population is equal to 9600, right? So what do we try? We try to apply alligation mixture here. That is more simple here. Let us say 5% males, female 8%, right? Total 9002, that is 9600. So what is the change? That is 600 by 9000 into 100. So what I just try to find my percentage. Okay, so what I can say, zeros would be cancelled out. So I may say 60 by 9, or it would be taken as 20 by 3, right? Now apply alligation. You may take it as 15, so I may say 5 by 3, and here it would be 24, so you may say 4 by 3, right? What is the ratio? 4:5. Right, so very easy for me, answer is 1. If you go this question by percentage, it takes time, right? Because first of all you have to assume, let us say male to be X, females to be 9000 minus X, right? It increases by 5%, 105 by 100. They increases by 8%, to make it as 108 by 100. And total population is 9600, right? Now we have to solve it and find out X. That's a more complicated. It's better we can apply alligation here. It's a basic question of alligation. Answer is 4:5. For better understanding of the concept of alligation, you may watch the session of alligation mixture from my YouTube channel, that is Dinesh Miglani. Take the next question here. It is given that 25% of a number is subtracted from a second number, and if second number decreases to 5/6, right? What is the ratio between the first and second number? 25% of number 0.5 subtracted from the second number, right? That would be 2.5. Now check out whether 5 by 6 is 2.5. Yes, answer is first one. Very simple. These questions have to be tried from the options. Means what I have taken, 25% of the number is 0.5. I will subtract from the second number, that gives me 2.75, right? Now I have to check out whether this if I take 25% 0.5, that would be 2.5. Whether 5/6 of the 3 is 2.5 or not. Yes, that's 2.5. Hence I can say first is my answer, right? Let us take the next problem here. Weight of two friends Ram and Sham in the ratio 4:5. Ram weights increased by 10%. Total weight of Ram and Sham together becomes 82.8 kg with an increase of 15%, right? By what percent is the weight of Sham increases? Okay, so what I can say, Let us say it is 4x and 5x, total is 9x. Okay, when it increased by 15%, I can say 15% of 9x. After that, the total weight becomes 82.8. You can say after increase of 15, 115 by 100, it is 82.8, right? From where I can find the value of x, what I can say, I may just solve it. So x would be taken as 828 by 10 into 100 by 115 into 9. By 9, cancel out, 9 will go on 9 and 22, 23, 4, 23, 5, right? 5, 2, so I can say x is equal to 8. Means this is 32 and this is said to be 40, right? Now it is given that if RAM weight increase by 10%, right? 10% means I can say that is 3.2, so that becomes 35.2 and total becomes 82.8, right? It means what this value is 82.8 minus 35.2, so I may say that is 53 I may say that is said to be 47.6. Now 40 to 47.6. What is the increase? 7.6, 19%. So I can say answer to my question is said to be 19%. That becomes my answer, right? So here I can say increase was equal to 19%. Okay. Or this question may also be solved with the help of the alligation mixture, but in that the process would be something different. How? Just try to solve it with the alligation mixture. Here mixing ratio is given, 4:5 is given, right? And this was increased by 15%. That was increased by 15%, right? And further, it is given that, let us say this is 10%, we have to find that x, right? What I can say, I may simply take it as 15 minus 10 by x minus 15 equal to 5 by 4. Okay? What I can say, 15 minus 10, that is 5, that would be 20 equal to 5x minus 75. So I may say 5x equal to 95, x equal to 19. That becomes my answer. Right? A very simple question. If you are comfortable with the approach of alligation mixture, it is very easy for you to answer this problem. How? Take that 10%, because that we have to find out, take that x. It is the overall change, and that is the mixing ratio 4:5. Because this is greater than this one, so I have to subtract it slantly. 15 minus 10, here it would be x minus 15. 5:4, just solve it for x, answer is said to be 19%, third is my answer. I hope you enjoyed the session. In this session, we have taken number of problems from the percentage. Although you know the concept, number of sessions we have made over it, but these sessions are primarily designed to help you to practice more and more, to try to find out the different approaches for solving a problem. Thank you very much.